Welcome back to NEPA Story. I'm Kylie Montigney, and today we're welcoming Genelle Sedon. Over 6 years ago, she launched CNG Tutoring, which specializes in K to 12 college level and SAT prep tutoring with a Google Voice phone number, a Facebook page, and three tutors. She is a West Piston native and is an honors graduate of Wyoming area. She earned her bachelor's degree from the University of Scranton in 2004 and her master's degree in 2007. Aside from being a small business owner, she experienced a bilingual educator, including elementary, middle, and high school, as well as college level instruction. She was named the 2021 Young Professionals Educator of the Year and was recognized as one of the top 25 women in business by the Northeast Pennsylvania Business Journal for 2022. She was named WBRE WYOU's Most Remarkable Woman of 2024. She's on the board of directors for the Greater Wyoming Valley Chamber of Commerce and the Catholic Youth Center. She also participates in the Luzerne County SPCA Walk for the Animals. She and her husband Chris have two children and two rescue dogs. Welcome to the podcast. I'm so excited to have you on today.
Oh, hi. Thanks so much for having me.
So, to go into your work, you have been doing amazing things for all that you're doing. But what inspired you to start C&G tutoring over 6 years ago, and how has your vision evolved since then?
Well, I was doing private tutoring. I'm a public school teacher for the Wilkes-Barre Area School District for the last 18 years, and I was doing a lot of private tutoring. People would ask me, oh, can you tutor my nephew or can you help me, things like that. And I just felt that we had a need in our area.
Mhm.
And being that I was already doing the tutoring, just to put a name to it, was what we needed in our area. And then as I started to develop that, I decided that we needed more young professionals here in Northeastern Pennsylvania because I was tired always of hearing people say, I'm going to college and then I'm going to Philadelphia or New York or DC or somewhere not here in Northeastern Pennsylvania. So my hope is that when we tutor, because we do a lot of SAT tutoring, and hopefully these young students turn around and stay here in Northeastern Pennsylvania and become young professionals.
I love it. Like, what grades do you teach at Wilkes-Barre area?
I am an English as a second language program specialist, and right now I am teaching middle level at Solomon Middle School, grades 6, 7, and 8.
Oh, nice. Because my one of my best friends goes to Wilkes-Barre area, but she just graduated this year. So I was like,
Oh,
oh, what grades
nice.
do you teach now?
Yeah, yeah.
So how has your experience as a bilingual educator shaped the services offered at C&G Tutoring?
Oh, well, first, being a bilingual educator really puts me at an advantage to others because we have a very high influx of Hispanic population coming into Northeastern Pennsylvania for about the last 10 years. One thing that we're able to offer is Spanish tutoring at CNG Tutoring. I also have another tutor who works with us on our team, and he does Spanish tutoring as well. He's excellent. And then we also offer some Spanish classes to businesses. If a business wanted to start using more Spanish language to get that market open. So we can train people in some business Spanish or even medical Spanish, things like that. So it's really great because we really have been helping, hopefully, to make the area more bilingual. When I first started CNG tutoring, I used to offer these Spanish classes for children in the summers, one in Pittston and one in Bear Creek. And it was really cool. The kids really liked it. And I thought, even if they just learn a few words, then they're going to go back to their schools and make new friends and make the other students who are coming to our area more comfortable.
Yeah, and plus, like, there's literally a bunch of like now Spanish people in our area because that's kind of like the second main language, especially here in NEPA. Like, there's tons of English and Spanish people here, especially in the recent years. So it's like, might as well teach others how to speak Spanish even if you're in high school or regular class, or this maybe tutoring, like you do, or as friends teaching each other a language, if that's maybe their second language or they take a class. Like I'm not the best Spanish like talker, even though I took a year of Spanish. I'm not the best Spanish speaker ever. But there's a bunch of people that do, and like it's very helpful if you live here in the area with all these now mostly Spanish people in this area. It's very useful.
Definitely, absolutely.
What were kind of some of the initial challenges you faced as a small business owner with only three tutors and limited resources for a C&D tutoring? Because I'm sure when running a small business, it can be very financially stable to run, I'm sure.
Yeah, and it was challenging. I'm a teacher by trade. And so when I started my tutoring service in 2018, it was me, my husband, who's also a teacher, math teacher, and computer science, and then one of our colleagues. So it was the three of us. And we had such a high demand that we were actually tutoring almost at least 6 days a week.
Oh,
And
wow.
it was really challenging to keep up with. And then organically, just because we're teachers and we know other teachers, we were able to find other teachers to add to our team, which was great. But then, unfortunately, COVID happened, and
Mhm.
we don't have a brick and mortar tutoring service. So what we do is we use public parks, public libraries, Barnes and Noble. So when the lockdown happened, I thought, oh my goodness, what are we going to do? Like, we have to still help our students and clients, but yet we cannot use the public spaces that we used to.
Mhm.
So we were, I think, Northeastern Pennsylvania's first tutoring service to go completely virtual. So
Mhm.
now we were able to offer all of our sessions virtually. And it actually helps a lot because it opened a whole new market for us. It
Mhm.
allows parents not to have to drive their children to and from their sessions. So, if you're a busy high school student or college student, you could just hop on the computer for an hour, get tutored in any subject from K to 12, SAT prep, or college level, and have
Mhm.
your hour tutoring session. And then, you can go on and do the next thing, and they don't have to worry about rides or schedules. And it works out really well. So we do in person and virtual. So it was something that was challenging at first, but really it
Yeah.
opened a whole new market for us to be able to have the virtual tutoring.
Because when COVID shut down, basically every business in the area basically shut down completely. Some of them never regained business when COVID came back up and the restrictions became normal for us to maybe go to businesses or go into maybe Barnes Noble or a library or something. But to go virtual, and to maybe do maybe virtual or in-person sessions, it's like a win-win. So you can get more clients in case maybe they don't have a ride or they are at college and they're not in an area. It can be many different reasons. And it can benefit a lot of people that maybe are outside of the NEPA at the moment or in NEPA if they decide like, oh, I'd much rather do virtual to make things easier for myself. Like it's a very good situation to do both in person and virtual, but COVID really shifted a bunch of virtual stuff, including maybe work calls, hybrid, do online things at work that really shifted how people use social media and the way they work.
Yeah, and we have done our own research and found that no matter if our client does virtual or in person, they still get the same excellent positive results. So there's
Mm,
really no difference, which is really awesome
yeah,
to
that's
know.
good. That's because like you get the same learning experience no matter if you're in person or not. It's like the matter of what works best for you is a question.
Exactly.
No matter
Yeah.
if you're virtually or in person, everyone should benefit from tutoring and learn something, no matter if you're talking with a tutor one-on-one or it's a group setting. It's always, a good way to kind of learn something new and actually benefit than doing it in person.
Yeah, actually, during COVID, we did our virtual learning pods, which were really cool because it gave kids a way to interact with other students, but still safe. And then they also had the direction of a teacher. So it took the stress off of parents, and they were very successful. We had a lot of positive feedback from those virtual learning pods then.
So what are your future goals for CNG tutoring, and where do you see the business heading next few years as it keeps growing?
Sure. Yeah. Well, we've grown to just about 25 tutors over the last 6 years, which is absolutely incredible. We're so excited about our growth. I would love to have someone develop some type of software where students could go on and book with one of the tutors that they need, depending on whatever subject area and grade level it is. Upload the area where they're having trouble in an assignment or where they need to review, and then book that session. So it's totally convenient. And then they could choose, their location, all of that. But again, I would need some kind of software for that. But that's kind of what I'm leaning towards for the future.
Ooh, nice. Sounds like an amazing plan. But the last thing I have for you is like, how can people connect with you in CNG tutoring?
Oh, sure. They could check out our website at www.cngtutoring.com. They can reach us by phone, 570-362-6144. They can send us an email at cngtutoring@gmail.com, or they can find us on Facebook or Instagram.
Awesome. So I'll put all that information and all your information down in the description for everyone to check out if you're interested or want to learn more information. I totally recommend checking it out, especially with this new year coming out in the next couple of weeks. Everyone is looking for some sort of new information, whether you're a freshman in college, high school, middle school. Whatever it may be, this is the time to find a tutor if you're looking for it, especially with a new year coming. But I really appreciate you, Genelle, for coming on and chatting with us. I definitely need to do a part two with you to talk about everything else. But I really appreciate all the hard work you're doing and amazing things that you're doing for the community. It means so much.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. And I look forward to meeting and talking with you the next time.
Same here. So thank you everyone for listening. I'll talk to you guys very soon. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next episode. And